This is a very famous hotel called the Shangri-La here. So we've just done the zip wire. So what we did was we walked around the top area, then we did the zip wire, and my GoPro, sorry, ran out of charge. So we're going to buy some official photos from the zip wire, which you will see now. So we are currently at Gardens by the Bay, and you'll see these trees, which are like a symbol of Singapore. So we are now going to a bar, which is at the top of the tree, so we'll get a good view of all the trees. So this one is where we just were. The trees actually have solar panels on top, so they make their own electricity. There's a big crowd over there. Wonder what's going on. Maybe there'll be fireworks again like there was last Saturday. Right, so I'm sorry I hardly filmed on any of the rides. It was basically impossible because they made you take off like everything. Basically, on one ride they even did a metal detector on you to make sure you had nothing in your pockets, and you had to put all loose belongings in a locker, and it was really high security. So literally, you couldn't sneak like any phones or stuff on the rides. But I have found it has been quite strict in Singapore. Because, for example, there was literally no one in the queue. We wanted to stay on this ride, but we couldn't. They literally made us walk off it and then back on it. And that sounds like it probably only takes 2 seconds. But they make you walk into a gift shop, like, for the main rides. So to walk right down through the gift shop, and the exit wasn't near the entrance. Then when you walk to the entrance, you have to walk through all the queues, like all the empty queue spaces. So yeah, it just was stupid. But it was kind of good because my cousins, they're members, so they have fast pass tickets. So we could avoid a lot of the queues. Saying that, they were still quite big. Like for the water ride, where we all got really wet, we had to wait for about half an hour. Even in the fast pass queue, like the normal queue, they had to wait about, I don't know, probably like more than an hour. So it was, even though the queues are still long, it was kind of useful. And it meant, like, at the end, we could go around and do loads and loads of rides quickly before the park closed. But I must say, I do like the rides in Singapore. They're quite inventive and quite creative compared to the ones in England. It's not just, like, a normal roller coaster. Because there was this one, and they all had themes as well, because it was obviously Universal Studios. So there was, like, a theme, like a section on Hollywood, section on like New York, a section on Egypt, section on Madagascar, a section on, what was the other one? There was one more. Oh yeah, Jurassic World. Yeah, that was it. And like the Egypt one, it was more than just a roller coaster. It was actually told a story as you went through it, and it was actually like a roller coaster in a really dark room, and pictures flashed up at you and you couldn't really see where you were going. It was this story about you had to find a book. And another ride I really liked was, it was like this 4D thing, based on Transformers. And because Transformers was another one of the sections, and it was like it was typical 4D, as in stuff splashed at you. If, for example, a bullet came towards you, so the whole room lit up and it was like you were going to die. But what I really liked about it was, say if you turned around, like you went out of the screen in front of you, the ride kind of moved around and faced another screen. And like when you move, like you were falling from the sky at one point, so it looked like you were actually falling. So that was quite cool as well. So today I woke up at 11:30 because I watched Spain versus Russia, and it finished at 1 here, like 1 a.m. because it went to penalties. And I'm going to pick. I went for a swim, did 10 lengths of the pool, and now I'm going to pick Jasmine up from school. Then we're going to the official Museum of Singapore with her, and hopefully we'll learn about how Singapore came to be. This guy here is Raffles, and he was the founder of Singapore. He's British, and he started the Crown Colony of Singapore. He also set up a trading port in Singapore, and it was free of charge. Therefore, lots of countries came to Singapore, and lots of different nationalities of people came to trade in Singapore. And all that happened, and that started in 1819 until 1941. So the movement of red here is the route Japan took when they were invading countries in the Second World War. So they've took Manchuria, which is part of China. Taking China, they're moving south. They've got Taiwan here. Moving south, Oh no, what's going to happen? They're moving down. Can you guess what's going to happen? Considering we're in the National Museum of Singapore. So they're taking Burma, Thailand as well, and the Philippines. Look there. They're getting closer to where we are.
French Indochina is now Vietnam.
Yes, they've took the French Indochina. And look, dun dun dun. I wonder where they're about to get to.
They've
taken Malaysia. Oh, look what's here. Look what's here. Taking Singapore. Oh no. It's the fall of Singapore on the 15th of February 1942. So Singapore was taken by Japan, but in the Second World War. But then when they lost and surrendered, Singapore was given back to the British because they won the war and Japan surrendered. Then the next day, the Japanese attacked and took Bukit-Timah, which is the hill where we climbed up the other day. So these bites here were the bites which the Japanese rode on through Malaysia before they were coming to take Singapore, and like that it was their method of transport really in war.
For the people.
So it's no wonder Singapore lost to Japan, because look at the stats here. You can see they had much more planes, much more naval planes compared to what the Allies had here. They also had more tank regiments and more submarines as well. So it's no wonder Singapore lost. Right, Jasmine, talk to him. Right, Jasmine, talk to him.
Yeah, shall I ask you some questions and you can answer?
Yes, good idea.
Okay, Jasmine. Can you please talk to us about the British surrender on 15th February 1942? Who was the British officer in charge at the time?
And you're not allowed to look at that board there.
Well, Percival was, yeah, the answer to your question.
Yeah, so he was the commanding
Yeah.
officer at the time.
Yes.
And
And he had a meeting
yes, and did everyone
with all
agree?
the other people, the other warrior people, to decide whether to surrender or not, or to fight back to take back Bukit-Timah. But then a few of them thought that they should fight back, but some of them thought that they should surrender. So then he called another meeting the next day.
15th February.
Yeah, 15th February. And then everyone agreed that they should surrender and it was pointless fighting back. So then Percival signed the forms and
Where did he go to sign the
Fort
surrender agreement?
Canning, Fort Factory,
Ford Factory.
Fort Factory,
Bukit-Timah.
yeah, and Bukit-Timah to sign the things.
And who was
And then,
the
yeah,
who was the commanding officer of the Japanese army?
he was a bald guy, he was quite big.
Yamashita.
Yamashita.
Very good, Jasmine. Look how big this tree is. Actually massive.
I know!
Hello. So that is the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you for part 5.